Okay, so let's tackle a problem where we examine the domain of a function of three variables. So remember that this now means that we have three independent variables, and that tells us the dimension of our domain. In this case, our three independent variables are x, y, and z, which means that the domain is in space. And our actual function or surface is going to be in 4 dimensions. So we cannot really picture this. It will be in R4. But we can get a sense of what the domain is of this function because we know how to make sense of surfaces in R3. So to find the domain, we're going to do what we've done with any function of one variable. We have to make sure, in this case, for this example, that the expression that's underneath the square root is greater than or equal to 0. Because we cannot take the square root of a negative numbers, we are dealing only in this course with real numbers. So that tells us that 9 minus x squared minus y squared minus z squared must be greater than or equal to 0. If I move all of the variables to one side of the inequality, that then gives us that x squared plus y squared plus z squared has to be less than or equal to 9. And so this is a sphere whose radius is 3. Remember, this is only our domain. So we can write down the domain in set notation. That's going to be, our domain has to be a point in space, so any point in space such that x squared plus y squared plus z squared is less than or equal to 9. Notice that we also, by algebraic ideas here, this is also always going to be greater than or equal to 0. So we do have that x squared plus y squared plus z squared is less than or equal to 9, greater than or equal to 0, but we don't have to include that in our domain. So if we think about the graph of our surface or our domain in R3, we have a sphere of radius 3, but this are all the points whose squared sum is of each coordinate is less than or equal to 9, which means that we actually have the inside of the sphere as well as its boundary. So we have a ball of radius 3. So that means that we have something like this. Here's our coordinate system, and we have a trace on the xy plane of a circle of radius of 3, and we have then a sphere of radius 3 is our domain of this function, and this includes every point that's inside of this ball, right? So there is our domain. Now, if we think about the range, since we're here, what kinds of functions would we get that are real valued functions in R4? Well, that would be some other variable. Maybe that variable is w. And if we think about, of course, this is in R, w is a real number, such that, well, if we are thinking about the range, we want to go through our domain and determine the kinds of output values that we will obtain in our function. So if we go back up here and look at, we know that the largest that x squared plus y squared plus z squared will ever be is equal to 9. And if we return to our function here, if x squared plus y squared plus z squared is 9, then we would get 9 minus 9, which will give us a 0. So the largest that x squared plus y squared plus z squared is 9. That gives us the smallest value of our range of 0. Think of this as, let me do it underneath in a different color. You could think of this w as 9 minus x squared plus y squared plus z squared. So if I subtract 9, I get 0. And then the smallest, this will x squared plus y squared plus 0 is 0. Since we're subtracting it from 9, that means the largest value that w will take will be the square root of 9, which is 3. And that's going to give us our range from 0 to 3. And that's the domain and range of this function.